Hello everyone, Morgan Hibbs here with Linn County Farm Bureau. It is November and so we are going to learn about harvest. Does anyone know what harvest means? Raise your hand and your teacher can call on you if you would like to share what harvest means. Harvest means to pick or to gather from the field. So in this case, we are talking about Iowa harvest season, so farmers are harvesting corn and soybeans, but we're also harvesting pumpkins, apple orchards are wrapping up their harvest season, and the gardens are starting to wrap up their harvest season as well. So harvest just means to gather from the field. Today we are going to do a fun corn lesson. I have some samples of corn here. What do you notice between these different samples of corn? What is similar about them? What are things that look the same? They all three have seeds. Are the seeds the same shape? No. Are they the same size? No. Are they the same color? No. These are different kinds of corn samples. Do you recognize any of these corn types? You might not. None of these are the type that we eat in the summer. The type that we like to eat in the summer is called sweet corn. Now let's go through some of the different varieties. We have sweet corn. I'll hold the book up so you can see it. We have sweet corn here in the top. Sweet corn is the one we like to eat in the summertime off the cob. Sweet corn is very sweet. It has lots of tasty juices in it, lots of sugar content, and we eat sweet corn off the cob in a can or frozen. This one down here is called flint corn or decorative corn. That was the very first corn that was enjoyed at Thanksgiving time way back when. And decorative corn you can eat, but today is used mainly for decorations. We have popcorn up here. Popcorn is used to eat popped. The seeds are round, which helps the popcorn pop when you add heat to it. Popcorn can come in different colors. It can come in yellow, white, or brown. We also have dent corn or field corn down here. Field corn is used to feed animals like cows and pigs and chickens. It's also used to make over 4,000 different things in the grocery store. But sweet corn is picked when the plant is still green. So we harvest sweet corn fresh, and we like to eat it with butter and off the cob. Popcorn can be yellow, brown, it can even be black. And a popcorn has round seeds. So you'll notice that these seeds are round in shape. That's what helps the popcorn pop. We have flint corn or decorative corn. Decorative corn can come in all different colors. It can come in yellow. It can come in some autumn or harvest colors like red and orange. It can even come in blues and light reds. So decorative corn can come in all different colors. It's used to make cereal, fall decorations, and it's used sometimes to feed animals. Dent corn or field corn is what we harvest primarily here in Iowa. So most of the time when you see a cornfield, it will have this type of corn in it. This corn is used to make corn muffins, flour, cornbread, chips, tacos, tortillas, and it's also used to feed animals. We are going to learn about the life cycle of a corn plant. So what's the first stage if you want to grow a plant? You need a seed. I have a seed here, and this is a field corn seed or a dent corn seed. So first we need to plant that seed. So I'm going to plant the seed. Now, what does our seed need to start growing? So the seed needs rain. So I have some rain here. I'm going to sprinkle that onto my seed. What else does our seed need? We have soil, we have rain. When do we usually plant seeds? We usually plant seeds in the spring or early summer, you're right. Why do you think we plant seeds in spring and summer? Because of the heat. The sun provides our seed with heat when it's starting to grow. So can I have everyone make a big sunshine? Good. Okay, so our seed has water, it has heat, it has soil and nutrients from the soil. Okay, now the plant starts to grow. What's it called when the plant starts to grow? It sprouts. It sprouts or germinates from the seed, and we have a tiny little sprout. A sprout is a baby plant. Good. When the sprout comes from the ground, what color is it? It's green. You're right. So the plant will have a stem, or in this case, a stalk, and it is a green stalk. So I'm going to put on a green vest. Okay, now that we have our stalk, what grows from the stalk? Can you think about that? So we have a stalk or a stem. What grows from it? The leaves, you're right. So I'm going to put on some leaves. My plant has leaves. What starts to grow next? Not the corn yet. Good guess though. Not the corn yet. Now we have the flower. So in the life cycle of a plant, we need a flower before we can have the fruit or the crop. And a flower in a corn plant is called a tassel. Can you say tassel? And this is where the pollen is made. Okay, now an ear of corn can form. It forms in between a leaf and the stalk. So the corn grows in between, and it has a husk on it. The husk protects the corn as it grows. The pollen drops from the tassel to the cob. Okay, and now, do we harvest field corn? When you see combines out in the field, are we harvesting when the plant is green or brown? Brown. We are harvesting. Now, the only type of corn we harvest fresh is sweet corn, the one that we eat off the cob. Field corn, though, is harvested when it is at the end of its life cycle in the mature stage. So the plant has turned brown. The seeds have dried out, so there's no more moisture in them. And we harvest this as a grain. The combine takes the seeds into the tractor. The combine is a big machine that drives through the field. It takes the corn through the combine head, and it chops it off at the base. Brings the whole stalk into the combine, and then it takes the ears off of the stalk, and then it shucks all of the corn so you have this red cob in the middle. All of the corn is stored into the top part of the combine, and everything else is exited out the back. Then when the farmer is full, here is an auger, a wagon or a hopper truck will pull up underneath of here, and the farmer will push a button and all of the corn will come from the combine. For this activity, you will need My Adventures with Corn, a activity book, some corn seeds or kernels. If you have glue sticks, that will work, or if you have glue bottles. This was glue from a large glue bottle, so I have some in a cup with some Q-tips. Flip to the center. The center, this left side is for you to do as a class. Color the husk brown. So in science we color realistically, so we are going to color it brown because in this case we are using field corn, which we harvest when it's at the end of its life cycle. At the mature stage, the plant is brown, the husk is brown, and the seeds are dried out. So first color the husk brown. Next, you're going to glue the kernels on the cob. So since I have a cup of glue, I'll take my Q-tip. Now I'm going to just add some drops. You don't need a lot of glue, just a little bit will go a long ways. Add some drops of glue to the center of your cob. And then take your corn seeds, place the seeds on top of the glue, making a corn mosaic or a corn on the cob. You can pass out however many you would like to the students so they all have the same, or you can put a cup of corn in the middle of the table and let the students choose how many they would like to have on the cob. Okay, then you can let it dry and take it home, and you can tell your family members that this is field corn or dent corn because it looks like someone stuck their nail in the seeds. And this is the corn we primarily grow here in Iowa. Thank you everyone for watching, and I am excited to see you next month.